Today's message. On this channel, I am constantly talking about protecting your energy, protecting your circle, knowing who's close to you and who's not. Many of you have the wrong people near you, and for some reason you can't figure out why. Why these underhanded comments? Why when you try to climb, you get people to say little things to get up under your skin or to question your beliefs. I'm going to tell you how to protect that circle. So today's message actually comes from Jesus. In Luke chapter 6, verse 45, Jesus actually said, out the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So basically he's telling you all you have to do is listen. Use discernment, and you'll know who's supposed to be near you and who's not. Welcome back to Grow Rich, Grow Happy. All of my free thinkers, that place where we follow the breadcrumbs of wealth. And guys, you know what time it is. It is the weekly Zebec wrap up. And I got a breadcrumb in there for you. It's a little bonus. And no, I promise I'm not going to wait to the end to show you. We're going to be talking about some things that has been going on this week, and something that I found by accident that's going to show you the importance of having the right people in your circle as a resource, and how that 6 degrees of separation is truly magnificent. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Guys, you're going to love this one. I think it brings everything full circle for us with this investment. And, you know, for a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This is purely for educational purposes and entertainment, of course. But I'm here to help the community. And I hope out the abundance of my heart, I make that clear. Guys, this is your first time here to Grow Rich, Grow Happy. I'm Mr. Foresight. And I have taken it upon myself to serve you guys when it comes to crypto education and just getting that mindset right. It is all about mindset shift in order to grow into the best version of yourself, guys. And we do it here on this channel by way of cryptocurrency and other assets. If you work on yourself, you can't help but be successful. If this sounds like a channel you could rock with, smash that like button, give me a sub, hit that bell notification so that you don't miss a video. And while you're at it, look down below. I've just told you guys about how important it is to lock up your crypto. Make sure that all of this work you put into research and all of this hard-earned money that you put into these crypto plays is safeguarded. You see, not even Coinbase, the leader in exchanges, not even them are safe. They are constantly getting hacked. And that's a lot of people's precious crypto. Yes, they're going to pay it back, but it takes time. During that time, your prices could run through the roof and you don't have any crypto. So store it on a cold storage wallet. I promote the cold storage wallet, Tangent Wallet, because it's easy and it's something you can carry around with you, or you don't have to carry it around with you, but it protects your crypto and no one can get in it but you, guys. So with that, I have a 10% discount down below. That 10% does go to support the channel. I humbly, truly, guys, I thank you in advance for all of you that have jumped in there. And as for the, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Let's talk, guys. Let's talk. So we're gonna start off with some things that's been going on with Zebec this week, and one of them, you know, we knew about the Propy, and Propy is the RWA company, guys, that they're based in the United States as well. Those of you who want to get off into real estate by way of crypto, that, you know, again, do your research, but I like Propy. I've always liked Propy. And you know about their whole partnership with Zebec. Of course, who is it Zebec partnering with? A lot of you just heard of Propy. You can buy that on Coinbase app, actually. So they've been around it. I think right now they're trading at around 88 cent. And this is one that I believe, as we continue to move forward with these RWA plays and just crypto in general, Propy is going to make a lot of people a lot of money. So that's one that you can pay attention to. But I'm going to talk about something over on my X. Make sure you follow me over on X, guys. And all of my links to my social media is down below. But my X account is at Mr. Foresight 64. If it doesn't have a blue check, It is not me. But we're talking about Zebec, right? We're rounding this week out. And to do that, I want to jump over here because I want to show you something. So check this out, guys. So I shared this from Creative Contrail. I think that's right. He says Zebec headquarters, and I shared this week earlier. They shared this on June 3rd. Propy partnership is confirmed. I'm going to this 55 seconds. I'm going to let you hear this because this right here is important. I want to show you something about this connection.
Thanks for having us on today. Zebec and Propy obviously have had an informal partnership now for the past couple of months. Both of us are RWA projects based in the USD, which we're very proud about, and we're excited for the upcoming formal partnership between Zebec and Propy. Of course, Propy is the leader in bringing real estate transactions on chain, while Zebec is the global leader in crypto-based payroll. So the two sides have been working on integrating their offering together as we find a way to bridge stablecoin payroll and stablecoin payments with Propy's large network of real estate brokers and billions of dollars in transaction volume. So we're super excited to be working on this. We should have more updates and announcements in the coming weeks, but I really believe this is a great synergy between two of the top RWA players here in the US.
Now, talk about synergy, right? So you'd say, well, how are they getting in contact with all of these people? I always tell you, it's all about who you know, not what you know, who you know. And I bumped into this, I'm always studying and looking at the people of these projects. So I'm jump over here and I'm going to show you how I believe, nothing has been written in stone, but how I believe something like a major coming together like this happened. So I'm jump over here and I'm over on the Zebec company profile, guys. And if you go over here, you look down there, leadership team, of course, there goes Sam, there goes Simon and Elena. This the person you want to pay attention to, because if I jump over here to LinkedIn, here she go. And I'm not going to butcher her last name. I believe it is Russian, but Elena. So she's the strategic communities brand and marketing of Zebec. So I always tell you is who you know, guys. So also you can follow me over on LinkedIn as well. All of that information is down below. So if you come over here and you say, you come down and you look at her stuff here and you say, okay, here she goes. She's been with Zebec Network for 2 years and 4 months, since 2023, guys, back when they was ZBC. So you look at this and you say, okay, but if you go down and you look in her experience, I told you, this is one thing I love about LinkedIn. Success has receipts. So if you come down here, you say, oh, look at this. She was the SVP, head of marketing and communications at Propy and company, guys. Look at that. And look how that just came together. And that's small. But do you see how them hiring her actually helped bring in another partner, which is, I think, is a really great strategic move considering what Propy has done, how long they've been around, guys. So this is how these brands connect. It's all about like her right there. That's your plus sign. So these are the things, and I try to bring you education because a lot of times, you miss these things right here. Know what you hold, know their connections, their brand, and it continues to validate the asset that you're in. So this is a pretty big deal to me. So we're going to continue from there because it only gets better. And I want to share now, we're going to jump over here because this is the latest thing that they were talking about. Now, those of you that listen to that X Spaces with Uphold and Zebec, that's the thing that I believe that's the thing that just took us through the stratosphere. It was something that I never talked about that Dr. Martin talked about on that space. And it's more so for the benefit of crypto and how we're going to move forward on crypto. And this is why I really trust these guys on Uphold, and I trust him as the chief researcher over there. And why I believe you should too is because these guys don't invest in bull. They do the research, guys. So while there's a lot of FUD and stuff out there, you have to look at who's connected to these projects, who are invested in these projects, guys. So I'm going to play his right quick because something he said affects the entire crypto industry, and he talks about it in a way that's a little bit broader than the crypto history to show you why this is nothing new what's going on with crypto, and why there's been malicious actors and bad actors even in stocks way back when. So check this out, guys.
Now what I'm hoping to see is a constructive, industry-friendly approach that deals with the problem of fraud, of hacking, doesn't favor a specific network, but embraces the multi-chain future that I think most serious thinkers and academics in blockchain have realized that multi-chain is the way to go. If the SEC manages to embrace this without, and this is my big fear, without putting a straitjacket on crypto as it did with the Sarbanes-Oxley and all the other acts on equity, right? Remember that we had the boiler room operations. Most of people in crypto don't remember that. In the 1980s, the penny stocks, there was so much fraud and so much blatant greed and money making in the stock market. So this is not new to crypto. Crypto isn't the evil guy here. We've had these fraudsters operating on telephones in boiler rooms in the 1980s in America, and we made laws and got rid of them. So what does that mean? What do I hope from the ECC? I hope they do not impose the same strict regulation immediately on crypto project than we have for equities, because 95%, I'm just saying a random number, but it's a high number. I'm saying a random high number of projects will not survive the requirements we currently put on equities. Quarterly reports, important notifications to the stock exchange, yada, yada, yada. Most crypto projects are extremely dodgy and lack transparency. And the biggest thing that's missing from crypto is a full picture of obligations. We know how many tokens a project has. We do not know how many outstanding loans they have in the back or off chain.
Guys, I'm gonna jump over here with this one before I get back to what I'm talking about. What he is basically saying is everything, there's nothing new under the sun. The Bible says that. But, you know, crypto has gotten a bad rep because they say it's always people out there trying to scam you. But what people don't really consider and think about, there's always been bad actors in any type of investment endeavor. And it goes back to penny stocks, how that came out. I'm sure a lot of you guys seen The Wolf of Wall Street. So you know there are people out there that's going to take advantage of people who are less educated in certain fields. So you see that in crypto. But as you see that over time, the SEC and the government and people stepped in to kind of curve some of that so that these industries could move forward. That's what you see is happening with cryptocurrency right now with the Security Exchange Commission and everything they're trying to do. They're trying to clean a lot of this up. And what Dr. Martin is saying is a lot of projects are not going to be able to survive this. There's a lot of meme tokens out there not going to be able to survive this because us as investors and as people who know how to research, and you can go over to growrichgrowhappy.com and get my research guide. You know, we can only see so much. We can go in and we can look at their white papers. We can look at how many tokens that they have. Is there any deflationary measures put in? But we can't see a lot of their bills. We can't see if they're over leveraged and things like that, which can hurt us when investing in a lot of these things, because it's what you don't see and what you don't know a lot of times that come back to haunt you. So what he's saying, I believe, is truly factual. And I think it's something that we need in cryptocurrency if we're going to thrive. So I love it, guys. Make sure you check that out. Follow me over on X as well, guys, as I'm going to jump over here, because another thing I want to show you, and this I'm just going to jump in a little bit and show you this. So check this out. This is an article came out a few days ago actually, and it's by Crypto Frenzy, and it says Zebec Network drops 12% amid strategic growth moves. Now when I read something like that, I see, yes, it dropped, but we knew it was going to drop. Those of us in the Grow Rich Grow Happy community, those of us who've been in crypto any amount of time, you know what goes up has to come down. So we look at that, we see this 12% drop and we say, oh, we know what's going on. But amid strategic growth moves, that screams to me, it doesn't matter. They're still working. They're still creating these relationships. You've seen the whole thing with Gate Knox. You've seen that. That is a major strategic move. Them and all of these partnerships that they got going on right now, strategic moves. So I look at this and I already checked it out, but it says here, what I'm talking about in this article, what they're talking about, they're still capitalizing on this whole Ripple, this buzz that Ripple and Zebec Network are going to partner, something that people say is not going to happen. However, they did mention it when they were on that whole Spaces with Dr. Martin, and you think Dr. Martin don't know? It says the backing from Uphold and the potential collaboration with Ripple has further solidified Zebec Network's standing in the crypto space. Uphold support provides Zebec with access to broader user base and enhanced liquidity, while potential partnership, here we go, and they said this multiple times throughout this article, with Ripple could bring advanced blockchain technology and financial solutions to the platform. These strategic alliances have positioned Zebec Network for long-term success and growth. Guys, that right there is the meat and potatoes of it. So I believe that Ripple partnership is just going to send things to the roof. Actually, I believe it's going to send things to the roof for Zebec and Ripple, because we know Ripple is stronger than a lot going on right now. They have a major army, but Zebec as well does. So you bring them together, and man. So we're going to jump over here, and I want to check out this partnership. This is the one that was announced 18 hours ago. It says big news for Brazil and nation holders everywhere. Brazil's own Linked Nation has officially launched its custom crypto card in partnership with Zebec. Do you see what they're doing right here, guys? How they're bringing freedom to a lot of these countries out here. They said this card provides users the ability to spend stable coins like USDC. There we go again. USDC just hit the open market. New York Stock Exchange, guys, the NASDAQ, directly without relying on local currency. This is why crypto is so amazing, guys. It's designed to improve financial access, empower everyday spending, and bring Web3 utility to real world. This is just the beginning of what Nation is unlocking. So this, guys, they're still working. This is a part of that strategic deal that they got going on, where these partnerships and everything that they're building, guys, you're in early. We are in so early. The foundation is being laid. Be patient. I understand you guys. Don't think about everything, the ups and downs of it. If you believe in what you hold and you understand what you hold, you know that it's going to take time, but take your profits along the way. Don't get wrecked. So I think this is wonderful. Last thing I want to check out here, we're going to jump up here and check out this chart, guys. You guys apologize. I apologize for the last time video. People said my big head was in the way looking at the chart. Well, here we go, guys. So right now we're up 6%. Guys, you see these slight dips. Take advantage of these dips, guys. Take advantage. Again, this is not financial advice, but I've shown you more than enough to show you where things are going with this. And again, last thing I'm doing, come down here and check out, put this $100 in here and see what we can get for $100 today. 20,000 again. Keep DCAing, guys. Importance of DCAing is king. Look at this market cap right here, guys. A little bit close to 400 million. Just wait till we get to $1 billion. I told you guys at $1 billion, I believe it'll be 1 cent. So I wanted to wrap up with what's going on with that, and guys, let you know, look at projects like Propy, real world utility with real estate, especially if you're trying to diversify with your cryptos. Somebody mentioned below they wanted me to talk a little bit more about diversification, so I wanted to fit that in here, the importance of not just sticking in one sector. You want to have a little bit of AI, have a little bit of finance. I've shown you the ISO 20022 tokens, and basically that's basically the whole standard that's going to be flipped July 14th. Have a little bit of that kind of stuff. I've shown you the importance of projects like Algorand and how they are building basically a deterrent for the quantum computers that are probably 5 to 10 years off. And you look at Algorand, you look at how cheap they are right now. These are the projects just shaping tomorrow's future for crypto, if that makes sense. Tomorrow is the future. Yeah, never mind. But so these are the things you want to look for, guys. And the reason I make these wrap up videos is to show you that the projects that we are in, namely Zebec, I know a lot of people are here for Zebec. They're going to continue to work. They're going to continue building these partnerships, and we know the whole thing with Ripple on the horizon, and these other major exchanges like Coinbase. Why wouldn't they list something like this, especially when they are an early investor? These are the things you have to pay attention to avoid things like FUD. You know, I know FUD, they're just energy leeches. They suck you dry. But if you know what you hold, and you know, you tune in for these wrap up videos, you see that things are still going to move regardless of what's out there. There's always going to be naysayers, guys, but I'm here. And again, like I said at the beginning of this entry, out the abundance of the heart, that's where it comes from. That's where my speech comes from. I truly care about the community. So guys, let me know what you think of the video. Pass this on to somebody who is probably need to be in a Zebec. And I'm not saying you're trying to give them no financial advice. It's to show them that there is something that they can look forward to. These are the type of videos, these are the type of things you should be looking at. And what do you guys think of my connection with Ella? I think it's Elena and Elena. That's what it is. Sorry, Elena, and her past history with Propy, and how Propy is now a partner with Zebec. Guys, I think that is a big deal. Remember, success has receipts. To the next one, this your boy. I'm out.